Hola estudiantes, welcome to today's topic on el alfabeto o el abecedario. Today we're going to explore the alphabet not simply as memorizing a list of letters, but becoming aware of the fact that the sounds of these letters are going to be the true building blocks to better pronunciation. We are going to explore the production of these sounds by looking at the places of articulation, which means how is the sound made in our mouth? What's actually happening when we make a sound? An example of this would be vowel, which is what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at the vowels. The word vowel, the V in English, is produced by placing your top teeth on your lower lip. So go ahead and give that a try. Vowel. However, in Spanish, the letter V is produced by placing your top lip on your bottom lip. So it's different mechanics. There's a different place of articulation. So let's say the English word bow. Bow, 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 bow. That same mechanics, now apply it to the Spanish word vocales. Vocales, vocales. Huh? See? And so the mechanics are so important. We're going to explore these letters with mechanics in hopes that when you speak Spanish, the way you speak it minimizes your native language. Listo? Let's head to the whiteboard. Here we go. Hola, ¿estás listo? ¿O estás lista para aprender las vocales en español? ¿Sí o no? Claro que sí, estamos listos. Muy bien. Las vocales A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. A, Ana. 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 Carolina. Carolina. Alfabeto. Alfabeto. ¿Sí? Siempre. 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 Oh, no, siempre en inglés significa always. Siempre Time out. English explanation. In vowels, the sound is always the same, and that is not true in other languages that I've studied. English, French, Arabic. There are different ways to say this letter depending on the word, whether it's a short vowel, long vowel. An example would be even this word right here. Let's take a look at it. In English, Anna, Anna. Two different sounds. In Spanish, it's always, siempre, siempre, So in many ways, this is a much easier language to study the pronunciation of than in comparison to other languages. In addition, in English, we have different durations of syllables when we say vowels. In Spanish, it's always the same. So let me give you an example, and we'll just stay right here with this word. There's so much we can do just with Ana here. So in English, Anna, Anna. You hear how the first syllable, Anna, and then it gets shorter by the second syllable. So Anna, not Anna, Anna. In Spanish, we have the same duration for each syllable. So not only is it the same sound, but it's the same length. Ana, 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 Ana. See? Okay. I tell you this as good news because it's simple. It really is. Same sound, same duration, and you don't get that in every language. So feel good about the pronunciation of Spanish. Muy bien. Okay. Ahora, Repite. E. Eduardo. Eduardo. Esteban. 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 Bebé. Bebé. Bebé es un baby en inglés. Bebé. Muy bien. I. Felipe. Felipe. Inés. Inés. Francisco. Francisco. O en castellano, Francisco. Francisco. I. Siempre. Siempre. I. Muy bien. O. Tomás. Tomás. Rosa. Uno. ¿Ok? U. Raúl. Uruguay. Perú. U. Siempre. Siempre. Okay? So if you weren't saying that along with me the first round, it's okay. It's also good to first just take in the language. We're going to now repeat and speak together. So, por favor, repite. Ana. Now think of both of these A's making the same sound and the same duration. Ana. Carolina. Alfabeto. E. Eduardo. Esteban. Bebé. Repite, por favor. I. Felipe. Inés. Francisco. Repite. O. Tomás. Rosa. Uno. U. Raúl. Uruguay. Perú. Muy bien, excelente, bravo, buen trabajo. Ahora vamos a escribir una frase. Okay, una frase. Las vocales en español siempre tienen el mismo sonido y la misma duración. Las vocales en español siempre tienen el mismo sonido y la misma duración. Mismo sonido Duración is what we call a cognate. When the word is similar in two languages, duration, duración. Okay, almost the same. Cognate, cognado, duración. So this is our definition from the first part of lecture, is that the vowels in Spanish always have the same sound and the same duration. ¿Está bien? Okay, perfecto. Ahora vamos a explorar, another cognate, explorar las vocales fuertes y las vocales débiles. So strong versus weak vowels. There's two categories. So A, E, y O. These are our strong vowels. Or fuerte. Fuerte. What does that even mean? That means that these vowels, when placed next to each other, each get their own syllable. I'll give you an example. Paella. Paella, we have two strong vowels side by side, and so they each get their own syllable. Paella. León. For lion, león. Two syllables, león. The weak vowels, which is what remains, the I and the U, débil, when placed next to another vowel, become one syllable. So it's almost like the strong vowel gobbles it up and it becomes one syllable. Let me give you an example. Ciudad. Ciudad, the word for city, if you were to break that up into syllables, would become ciudad. Ciudad. Let's look at another example. Patricia. Patricia has a strong vowel, la A, al lado de la I. So weak, strong means one syllable. Patricia. 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 This is a great segue into why do accent marks exist? There's a few reasons why accent marks exist, and that will be in a different video. Let's just take a quick look at an example of Patricia versus a word many of us know, día, like buenos días. Look how the weak vowel, the I, now has a tilde. What does that do in this case? So we have IA, I without a tilde, and here IA, I with a tilde. When you give a weak vowel a tilde, it becomes a strong vowel. So what does that mean? It means it gets its own syllable. Dia. Dia. So if I were to break up dia, weak vowel with a tilde becomes strong, gets its own accent. So notice the difference when I say Patricia, cia, cia, Patricia, versus dia, dia. You hear it? Muy bien. So that's kind of interesting and fun, fascinante. And here we have one already, Raúl. Same situation. You, weak vowel, would normally be gobbled up by the strong vowel. So if we didn't have this, it would sound like what? Raúl. One syllable, Raúl, Raúl. But weak vowel becomes strong, muy fuerte. Raúl, Raúl. Dos sílabas con el tilde. ¿Comprendes? Muy bien. Porque eres muy inteligente. Let's create a frase. Vamos a escribir una frase ahora de las vocales fuertes y las vocales débiles. This time I'll have some fill in the blanks to see if you can help me to create this sentence. Las vocales fuertes son y las vocales débiles son. Puedes escribir aquí la respuesta correcta y también aquí la respuesta correcta. Si escribiste A, E, O, correcto. Y aquí, si escribiste I, U, fantástico, buen trabajo, muy bien. La tercera parte, third and final part. So we're going to end by looking at the mechanics of making vowel sounds. I'm going to draw a shape of your mouth as you make these sounds. A, E, I, O, U. So it's like here you're almost growing into a smile and then you start to diminish the aperture of your mouth. So it's almost like headed here and concluding here. So why don't you try this with me and really think this round about what you're doing with your mouth to produce these sounds. Ah, ah, ah. E, e, e. I, I, I. Like cheese, or en español, mantequilla, I. Muy bien. O, O, O. U, U, U. I'll do all 5 at once and then you try after. A, E, I, O, U. Fantástico. I have faith that as you focus on the mechanics and understanding vowel sounds in Spanish, that you will begin to minimize the audibility of your native tongue while speaking Spanish. Also, keep in mind that even native Spanish speakers don't all sound the same. Each country has a different way of pronouncing words, and even within each country, within each region, there are differences. So there isn't one way to speak Spanish. You will have your own unique way of speaking the language. However, by understanding the phonetics, the correct pronunciation of vowels and later consonant sounds, you will have a more neutral, native-like way of speaking where your English accent diminishes. And it's fun. Speaking a language with someone who's a native speaker is a blast. And this is a great first step to getting there. Gracias y hasta luego.